Hello, loves. So I'm sitting here in my garden and I'm gonna plant in some rosemary. Here I have it. But before I do that, I thought that I make a video because I haven't done it in a while. And I wanted to talk about a certain topic with you and bring up some stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna be talking about shame and how starting new projects and going further into following your heart really brings out all the shit that needs to get cleared out so that you can really kind of shine your light and not get ruled by all these fears and limiting thoughts and things like that. I hope you can hear me because it's so windy here in Sweden today. The weather has been going up and down, up and down. So lately I've been doing a lot. Not a lot in a sense that I'm running around doing shit, but I'm doing a lot that is really meaningful to me. And that brings up a lot for me right now. I'm in the beginning phases of a real business. I'm starting to work on a little bit on my website, slowly, because it's so much to take in and so much to do, with all the PayPal and understanding how it all works. So I'm taking that slow, going bit for bit. And I also been working on a project, a lot. And this is a big project for me, guys, a really big one. And that project is connected to the website because what I'm writing on and doing right now will be what I launch when I launch the website. So it's a lot. And it brings up a lot. And lately I've been having a hard time in a sense that I've been really embodying a new way of being and a new way of seeing the world, and that cleared out a lot for me. And it hasn't been hard in the way that I've been depressed, but I've been witnessing a lot and being with a lot and seeing a lot and seeing so many thought patterns and emotions that comes up and behavior patterns that are really unserving. So it's been a lot of grounding myself, taking a step back, taking it easy, and just being okay, how do I want to proceed with this? I don't want to fall back into the same patterns. I don't want to work myself to death and just get it done. This needs to be really from the soul. So it's been a lot, and I feel that it has really brought up a lot of shame for me, because I'm human, I'm imperfect, I bypass, I have a hard time getting into my emotions sometimes. I am afraid, I feel kind of if I go into this I will get stuck here forever, or if I talk about this then this or that will happen, and this what if thoughts going around. And I don't work with goddesses really frequently, but I do work with them when I feel called to. And the goddess that I have been working with mostly, because I feel the most called towards her, has been Aphrodite. And Aphrodite, the thing with her is that her shadow side, or her this shadow side, is that she feels that she needs to be perfect and she's not enough for who she is. And I really understand why I'm working a lot with her when goddess work do come up for me, because that's really accurate to my life right now. And while I'm doing all this with the project and website, I'm having all these thoughts, I'm really ashamed that I'm not perfect, I'm ashamed that I talk about not bypassing and talk about healing and things like that, and I can struggle with that myself. So I feel this shame that I'm not enough, that I need to be perfect to be doing this. Like I won't have any customers, nobody will trust me because I bypass myself sometimes, and like I need to be doing work all the time, and like it's a lot coming up for me, and it's so much related to shame of not being perfect. And I also noticed that I have this thought pattern that I need to be special, like that I don't have anything special to say. This kind of special, this word is just so present within me right now. Like this is not special. People are so much more interesting and they have so much more experience and things like that. And then I'm like talking to myself like on the inside and being like, Julia, you don't have to be special, like you're unique, and that's the thing. Yes, of course there are people doing the same work you're doing, but the way you're doing it, your unique expression of that work is gonna resonate with other people than their customers and things like that. So I'm really talking to myself throughout all of this and being like, you don't have to be special. There's no need, that like this ego kind of thing, that you have to be special, you have to be somebody. Like you're not already somebody, just being who you are. And I'm like pulling myself back to always expressing myself authentically, and really not getting into this ego kind of trying to be special, because I see like in my project right now when I write, I can like overdo it, and I'm like, that's not me at all, like that doesn't feel aligned with me at all. So I just erase that, and I like kind of recognize that, okay, I'm trying to do more that actually feels authentic and true to me. So I change it around, and like I'm really open to this taking time. I'm really open to this being like a project not only for the world but also for myself, like really much for myself, because it brings up a lot and gives me this beautiful opportunities to really hold myself and see myself and change the way I do things and change the way I see things, and really be honest and true with myself but also with you. And that's a big one for me, because like the way I'm sharing myself right now in my life and just being open about all of these thoughts and sharing my shame and all of these things, I wouldn't be able to do that like maybe 2 years ago. No way. And I think I have said this in another video sometime, but it's like it's a really big thing for me to be talking about this openly and owning myself authentically and talking about what's really going on, like the shadow and the light, because there's a lot of light in my life right now too. Like I'm super inspired, I get ideas all the time, like I feel this power inside, like I can do anything, and that's wonderful and beautiful. So I'm really holding this both opposites right now, like at the same time as I'm growing, I'm being shown what needs to go away all the time. So that's what's been true for me, that's what's been going on. And I'm actually traveling tomorrow, so I don't know if I will be that active. I'm going on a breathwork training, the first phase of my breathwork training. I'm going to my homeland, Poland, Krakow. And I'm really excited about that. I'm going completely alone, and it feels so good to like be traveling all alone. I really like that. It makes me feel really empowered and like, yeah, empowered, like a grown-up. So yeah, that will be really, really exciting and fun, and I feel that it will be a lot going on right like there, because it's breathwork. The first step of or first phase of breathwork is doing breathwork on yourself and like really feeling into what it is and things like that. So I think there will be a lot of healing and like recognizing and witnessing there. And I really hope that the people are like open and authentic, so it's not like this wide eye kind of everything is light kind of spirituality. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and just being on my own and doing this first step, like this first training, my first training really, my first step in developing myself without myself, like in a training. And there's something more I wanted to talk with you about, but I don't remember what it is right now, which is unfortunate. So yeah, you have a little update on what's been going on for me, what I'm up to, my shame and the feelings that are going on. And I want to tell you that, like, just when you are doing things like this and when all of this is coming up, like, don't be startled by, or of course you're gonna be startled, but don't give up. Like, don't fall into that. Don't face those demons instead of giving them your power. Like, really face them and see all of that and be with all of that, even when it's uncomfortable. And if you bypass or like feel unable to go into something, or just want to run away and like watch a show and not think about it, be easy with yourself. Like, it's a process, it will take time, and it's not easy. So allowing yourself to take breaks and not always go into everything all the time is healthy too. Like, you can be totally devoted and still bypass. You're human, you're not used to all of this, like, it's all new stuff. Be easy with yourself, be gentle with yourself, love yourself. So I'm gonna plant my rosemary now and continue packing after that, and just like take it as easy as I can, because I feel like I'm getting a little sick. And yeah, that's what I want to talk with you about. I feel like my body, like, I'm nervous to go at the same time as I'm really excited and like really looking forward to it. I'm watching all of these old thoughts coming up, and I'm real nervous to meet all these new people, and like, what if they're gonna judge me? What are they gonna think about me? Like, all of this teenage anxiety, social anxiety kind of thought patterns are coming back to me right now. So I'm really being present with that and observing that, and like not trying to psychosis myself. And yeah, like at this, you can be excited and looking forward to something and be nervous at the same time. So if you're nervous about something, don't let that scare you. And my body is kind of, this is what I always did as a kid. Like, when I really felt nervous or afraid, I got sick. Like, it's my body's way to be like, I have control, we're not doing this, we're getting sick. And I'm observing that right now in myself, that I'm like kind of getting a little cold, and I'm just really taking care of that and doing my potions and elixirs and my home remedies for that, and not letting that stop me in any way. So if your body has this defense kind of way to be like getting sick when you're nervous or afraid, that's, I think, or I feel it's quite normal. So just be very loving to it, like assure it that it's all okay, it's safe, you're here for it, and like make sure that your inner child know it's taken care of and loved and safe. Just be really present with yourself throughout this. And if you can't, that's okay too. Like, really, it's no problem. You're always growing and evolving no matter what you do, like even if it's a really slow process, it's no rush. So I'm gonna get started with the things I have to do, and thank you so much for watching. I feel truly blessed and grateful for having you here and witnessing me and listening to me. So thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day.